Well, she was named one of the most influential women in the world of sports in 2007. Donna Orender is the president of the WNBA. She joins us now for part of our most powerful women's coverage. Thanks for being here.
Oh, my pleasure, Poppy.
I appreciate it. And, you know, it's interesting to watch. It's been 14 years now for the league, and you've made it through the Great Recession so far.
Not only have we made it through, but we've really done rather well. We have a sport and an entertainment proposition that has tremendous value. Family of four can come, get a major league experience, and leave having had a great time. I mean, we're all about value and values. So I think there's a tremendous amount to be said about the WNBA, particularly in this time.
When we look at the WNBA, I mean, the relationship, you get support, financial support from the NBA, correct?
We are an entity that runs ourselves, but with, I would say we have support from the NBA, but there's always been these rumors about they're writing big checks for us. But
yeah, so clear the record there. I mean, does the WNBA ostensibly stand on its own 2 feet financially aside from the NBA?
At the league level, we do, yes.
Okay.
At the league level, we do.
And it's been 14 years, as I said. It's been a bit of a struggle in terms of we've got about 6 teams that have folded, right?
You know, people talk about that. I would say this, in any sports league, if you look at the history of the NFL, if you look at the NBA, in their formative years, it's always about finding the right cities and the right ownerships, and there's always a lot of movement. I love the story in the NFL when they first began, where 2 owners called up and said, I can't make it, let's have a team together this year. And so we're in that stage, and we're looking to find great owners, which we clearly have right now in great markets. I was in Tulsa the other night. It was great.
Right. Well, one thing that's interesting that we've seen a more recent move for the WNBA is teaming up with corporate sponsors to have their logos on the jerseys. You know, it's not like NASCAR yet, where it's all over the car and all over the jersey, and I don't think it will be, but how much money do those sponsorships bring in?
It's considerable.
Really?
It's considerable. It's 7 figures plus. Todd Davis at LifeLock, what a great businessman, and he just stepped right up. Number 1. Number 2, Farmers Insurance out there in LA, and we're thrilled with Bing, you know, the Microsoft brand that now is being featured in Seattle. And I would tell you that that's not the end of it, because what we're able to do with these partnerships is create an unbelievably integrated proposition, because today it's so crowded, as you said. And so what we can do is distinguish companies, provide tremendous value, and as well as tremendous exposure.
Looking ahead, what do you see for the league in 5 years' time?
In 5 years' time, I really look for the league to be integrated and woven into the fabric of sports culture, that these women are celebrated and adored and are compensated in a similar fashion to men.
You bring up compensation, we have to talk about that. Looking at, well, when I was looking at the salaries, I mean, some of the players are making $35,000.
That's correct.
That's an entry-level salary.
That's correct.
Say here in New York City for a 22-year-old out of college.
That would be a 22-year-old out of college, yes.
But you know, they're professional athletes, and you
Correct.
compare them to professional male basketball players, and how many times lower is it than the average male salary?
It's significant. It's significant, and usually
why is that?
Why? Because really we work in a free market system, and we are new. We're the new kids on the block, and because we haven't all grown up with a culture of women in sports. Women haven't grown up watching sports, men or women. Watching men or women compete. Sure. Women haven't been the ones going out to buy season tickets historically. And so all of this is new. We're really at the front edge of the new wave. And that's why we're seeing success now. So what does it take? It takes spectacular play like we're seeing now. We're seeing that develop. We're seeing charismatic athletes. And we're seeing an enlightened public who now understands that there's a tremendous entertainment opportunity that they can bring their families to and truly be proud.